Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Rise podcast, where we dive deep into all things fifth dimensional, helping others heal body, mind, and soul. If you're ready to reconnect to who you truly are, step into your power, and find ways to set your soul on fire, well then, you've come to the right place. I'm your host, Jen Fearless Leader at Rise University, also known as the Empire Heyoke, a quantum shaman, Lemurian priestess of the New Earth, and Empire Builder. My mission is to help other visionary starseeds and lightworkers, New Earth builders, and trailblazers gain clarity on their purpose, fully activate into their power, and live in divine prosperity by claiming the empire within. Each week, we dive deep to help you find ways to unleash your inner magic, quantum jump your awakening, break through limitation, transcend to the fifth dimension, ways to create the life you want and heal. Together, we can make a massive impact on the world, and it is time we rise. Rainbow Warriors, initiation into service and evolution. Hello, Light Warriors, Grand Rising, and welcome back to another episode of the Awakening Hour with your host, the Empire Heyoke. So sorry, guys, for missing last week, but I wanted to pick up where we left off the last time, which is the hero's journey for the soulpreneur, overcoming limitations and achieving success. This is part 2. But before we dive into today's episode, if you are ready to go over topics of your soul's evolution, new earth building, and personal development, and you are saying yes to this, well, then this podcast is for you. So sit back, relax, and let's awaken our inner warrior together. Today is February 22nd. It's 222. How synchronistic is that? And we're going to be going over in this episode, we're going to really dive deep and explore the journey of the soulpreneur and the challenges they face in building the empire, building your personal empire, okay? So from understanding the hero's journey to overcoming limiting beliefs, imposter syndrome, money blocks, and worthiness, this episode provides practical tips and insights on what it takes to succeed as a soulpreneur. So if you didn't catch part 1, that would be episode 2, definitely make sure that you listen to that podcast before you dive into this one, because we're going to pick up exactly where we left off on the last one. But before we start dissecting and unpacking all this information, I do have a sponsorship, and I'm going to go ahead and insert that information in here. And of course, this show is sponsored by Rise University. And for those of you who don't know what Rise University is, it is my personal, I don't like to say school, but it is an university. It's not a university. And the doors are going to be officially opening in this spring. By the end of this month, I should have open enrollment for founding members. There will be a discount to get in that will lock in your price. So stay tuned for that. But inside of Rise University, that is your go-to source for everything you need to thrive as a soulpreneur. Rise University understands the unique challenges and opportunities that come with building an empire, and that aligns with your values and serves a higher purpose. And this is why I've created a comprehensive suite of resources and tools to help you, the light warrior, succeed. Because when you succeed, I succeed as well. Also know I am coming from the philosophy that I am learning from you as much as you are learning from me. But Rise University isn't just about me. There's also going to be some transformational educators and teachers in there to help you break free from what you need to break free from to get to your next level, okay? So we're going to have workshops and webinars, mentorship programs, and community building initiatives. So Rise University has everything you need to awaken your inner warrior and build an empire with a lasting legacy. So if you are looking for support and guidance, you want to turn your soulpreneur dreams into a reality, make sure you check Rise University today. Don't forget to go and follow them follow me, them, huh? Don't forget to go follow us at Rise University on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. I cannot speak this morning. Sorry, guys. On Instagram at Rise University. That's RISEINNERVERSITY. All right, guys. So just to recap on what we talked about on our part 1, we definitely went over the understanding the hero's journey, overcoming limiting beliefs, and imposter syndrome, which is a big one that a lot of soulpreneurs struggle with, myself included. And all of these I have struggled with myself. That's most likely what's prompting me to do this podcast. It's been a big breakthrough. But today what we're going to be going over is money blocks, worthiness, and the importance of mentorship, steps to success. And then we're going to wrap it all up. So we've got one hell of a show today. Make sure that you have everything that you need. And as I say in all of my trainings and anything that I actually am about to teach, and I do format these podcasts to be educational, make sure you grab a piece of paper, a pen, something to write with, your journal, so that you can take notes. Please know that if you go to riseuniversity.com and you check our blog section, which is called Rooted Publishing House, you'll be able to find the podcast there, and it will also include the show notes, because I've been typing out all this information. I'm going to give it to you so that you can have it and be able to follow along, or just to have on hand, because again, it's not just about me. It's me, it's helping you as well. When you succeed, I succeed. And this is how we're going to co-create a new earth together. So starting with part 2, we're going to dive into money blocks. Okay. So let's talk about what is money blocks and understanding money blocks. Well, money block is referred to as a limiting belief and your attitude that prevents individuals from attracting and retaining wealth and abundance, okay? These blocks can manifest as fears, insecurities, negative thought patterns around money, negative thought patterns around success and abundance. Now, I had huge money blocks when it came to building my business, and this is something I've been working really hard on overcoming, and I've been doing that with Ho'oponopono is one of my favorite embodiments to incorporate into my life, as well as neurolinguistics programming and a lot of shadow work, because a lot of my money blocks were instilled for me from my family. I do come from poverty. My mom was a single mom. She worked 3 jobs at a time. So I was a latchkey kid, and everything was always about money. We couldn't either afford it. We had to work really hard to get it. It's again, poverty. Poverty mindset is what a money block is. So for spiritual entrepreneurs, money blocks can hold them back from reaching their full potential and building a successful empire. They may have beliefs around not being worthy of receiving money. They may feel guilty about making money. And They also have a lot of fears around success or believing that money and spirituality are compatible, okay? So that they go hand in hand. And the reality of this is that when of course it goes along with money is just an energy. It is a form of energy expressed through a tangible item as money, currency, okay? And we use money as an even, honest energy exchange for the services that we are providing to another. So once we really start to shift that, that's when things really do start to change. Now, there's an epic book that I am reading right now, and it's called The Science of Getting Rich. And it's by Wallace D. Waddles, is I think how you say his last name. And I highly recommend that everybody read this, okay? It's definitely going to be on my books to read. If you are wanting to go down this soulpreneur journey, of course, if you're listening all the way into this podcast, I'm pretty sure you are, but definitely check out that book because it was eye-opening to me, because the divine does not want us to be poor. That's not why we were created. And if we start looking at money as an energy and an honest energy exchange for the energy that we are putting in helping another and expressing gratitude, that is when things really start to shift. So it's really important for spiritual entrepreneurs to understand and identify their money blocks so that they can overcome them and start attracting abundance into their lives. Now, this can be done by exploring your belief systems, your attitudes. You can seek out support and guidance. This is something that we definitely go over inside of Rise University, and start implementing and embodying the different strategies to help start shift your mindset and cultivate a healthy relationship with money. Now, I am a firm believer that we will, maybe not in our lifetime, but we are on the road to shifting out of this icky money system that the Matrix has put us in. But for us to really start to implement new, healthier mindsets around prosperity and money and abundance, we really have to start working inside ourselves. Once we shift inside, our outer world is going to shift as well. So let's dive into common money blocks that spiritual entrepreneurs will experience, okay? So you may not feel worthy of wealth, and this is believing that you are not deserving of wealth or success, and this can really hold you back from attracting abundance into your life. And I'll give you an example. When I first started on this journey of building my empire, it's been like 5 years ago now, I was putting together a online coaching program, okay, a mastermind. And I really struggled around the price tag of what I was going to offer, okay? I didn't really fully gain a bigger picture. It was just I was hung up on the price tag. And when I was hung up on the price tag, then it really was hard for me to offer that, because deep down I didn't feel I was worthy of that price tag. I also was selling from my bank account, and that's a no thing that you want to do. Your bank account does not dictate your worth. That's it, okay? It does not determine your worth. Your debt doesn't determine your worth. How much credit cards doesn't determine your worth. You could have $3 or $4 million in the bank account. It does not determine your worth. But if you don't believe that you are deserving of abundance or success, believe me, you will cock block yourself on that. It was very hard for me to, one, sell the coaching program. And then when there were people out there who did want to invest in me, I kept flip-flopping all over the place on the price. And it was really showing the other person that I was unsure. So how can I teach something if I'm unsure myself? Yes, we are all on this path to learning and growing and becoming the better versions of ourselves. And I'm never going to stop learning. I don't think no one's going to stop learning, guys. That's the reality. If you get to a point that you think you have it all or you know all the answers, then you really need to go do some checking on yourself. But when I started to shift then I am worth it, when I broke things down, and that's what I do. I help my students really understand the concept of abundance and worthiness around what they are charging for their services and the energy that goes into it. And you guys who are new in the journey of becoming a soulpreneur, or launching a business or an empire, you will suddenly realize that there is a lot of energy that goes into everything that you are creating outside of just teaching. Okay, so there's a lot of energy that goes into it, and it's just honoring your energy. And when you honor your energy, you're really ultimately honoring the divine, because at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with you. That is, if you think this has anything to do with you, fact check, that's ego. You are a divine creator being. The divine is experiencing life through you. So for you to fully step into your mission, check out of yourself, get out of the mind, and start letting the soul lead. And the soul did not come down here. If you are a light warrior, if you are here to create a new earth, and you have this passion to help others, then know that the universe is going to supply you with all the resources that you need. And if you are cock blocking yourself that you don't believe, or you're not deserving of that, the stuff that the universe is providing, you're gonna stay stuck. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Guilt about making money from your soul purpose. Okay, I see a lot of soulpreneurs struggle with this. They may feel guilty about making money from their passion. Okay, that a downward spiral in the mind leads to fears around success and abundance. Another cock blocker. All right, your belief systems around money may be and spirituality may be incompatible. You may believe that money and spirituality don't go together, and this triggers more fears and limiting beliefs around success to come up. You may have fears around success, fear of change. These type of things will really hold you back. Now, pay attention to the one word that I keep saying. It's fear. What is fear, guys? It's false expectations appearing real. You either fuck everything and run, which this is what happens when you get stuck in the fear, the limiting belief, the worthiness, all of those things. You're going to run from it until the universe gives you enough lessons for you to break through that block, which I know from a fact that that's what happens. Or you can face everything and rise. Now, negative beliefs around abundance, this is another thing. This can come through as a belief that money is hard to come by. It's not. The universe is abundant. There are so many resources that once you break through, it's a stagnant block within your energy field that's not allowing that specific energy to flow through. Now, when you start to break through the fear, the limiting beliefs, the worthiness, then it opens up that gate for the energy to start flowing. And There's a lot of things, and I'm not going to get too much into it in this episode, but I will definitely bring it up in the next one. You have specific gates and channels within your human design that will help you bring in abundance. But the thing is, when you are in your human design experiment, you really have to be mindful of your not self-theme or your shadow self. And the shadow self does manifest through these fears, these limiting beliefs, the worthiness, all of the cock blockers that I have just listed and will list some more. Has everything to do with sorry, lost my train of thought. Will keep the energy from not flowing in the true essence of how it should be. Okay, it'll flow in a negative way, and it will manifest in several different ways, but we're going over all of them within this podcast, so just hang on and keep listening. All right, so let's talk about some techniques to help you overcome some money blocks, because I always like to offer you solutions. Let's start exploring. Number one, let's start exploring beliefs and attitudes around money. I want you to take time to explore your belief patterns. Is it your belief patterns? Did that come from your parents, your family, come from your grandparents? Did it come from the education system? Did it come from the programming that you watched when you were younger? Really take time to start explore your beliefs and your attitude around money, wealth, and abundance, and start asking yourself what fears or limiting beliefs may be holding you back. Now, when you do that, you can definitely practice some Ho'oponopono around that. And I just actually uploaded a fantastic new ebook on Rise University that it comes with a training with it. And the name of it, I'm about to pull it up so I don't forget to post it down below in the links, but it is Release and Renew. It is a masterclass and a workbook that really helps you start to break free from disappointments, okay? So all of the things that I am talking about really does manifest in the form of disappointments, your attitudes, and your belief systems. So that's something that I highly recommend you check out. I'll make sure that I'll put the link in there, and there's a sale right now. This is the first time I'm actually advertising or mentioning it. I haven't posted about it yet, but we are doing a grand opening here at Rise University. So if you use coupon code all caps Light Warrior, one word, you will get 50% off that ebook, that workbook, and masterclass that's attached to it. Okay. So number two, let's talk about seeking support. I just gave you a way to seek support and guidance from a mentor and coach, but definitely if you're not quite resonating with what I have to say, or you resonate with someone else, definitely seek out somebody who's been there, who's done it, that can really help guide you through the shadow work that needs to be done around this money block, this poverty mindset, okay? Next thing is practice mindfulness. Now, this is something that we do teach inside of Rise University. Mindfulness is a perfect embodiment for you to utilize every day with everything, guys. Your human design experiment, when you're overcoming limiting beliefs and doing your shadow work, mindfulness is a perfect embodiment to use, because it will help you be in the present moment and aware of what your thoughts are and your thought patterns and where they came from, okay? So this will help you cultivate a healthy relationship with money and ultimately yourself, relationships, and everything else around you. So mindfulness is one of I don't like to say tools, because tools you can put in a toolbox and only use whenever. Everything that we teach inside of Rise University is an embodiment. It is you picking what resonate and works for you, and embodying that into your everyday lifestyle. We don't want to half-ass our journey. We want to go full on and be the example of how humans really need to live. And mindfulness is a great way to start doing that, because magic is happening in the moment and everyone is missing it because they're too worried about the future or the past. So definitely check out some mindfulness. The next one is reframing negative beliefs. Now, reframing is a form of neurolinguistics programming, and it is life-changing. It is another embodiment that I highly recommend using. But an example of reframing negative beliefs into a positive one that will empower you is, instead of thinking I am not worthy of wealth, reframe it as I am worthy and deserving of abundance in all area of my life, because you are worthy and deserving of abundance in all areas. The next one is create a money vision. Creating a money vision for your financial future and start to focus on that vision will help you overcome those beliefs and attract abundance in your life. If you don't like where you're living, if you don't like your job, if you are stuck and you just want to change and you have this desire, you keep either following someone on social media or you look into magazines and you see something that you want in your life, guess what, guys? That means that you're a direct match for whatever it is that you are desiring. Cannot speak today. Sorry, guys. Whatever it is that you are desiring, it just means that you are not a vibrational match yet to have that in your life. So when we do start to use these tools that I just went over, or these embodiments, not tools, these embodiments that we just went over, guess what? That will help you shift your vibration for you to start attracting those things in your life. It's a journey. We have to break through all this crap that has been in our etheric field for eons now. Now, let's get on to the next topic, which is going to be worthiness. Okay? Understanding worthiness and what is it and how can you overcome it? Well, worthiness refers to the belief system that one is not deserving of love, respect, abundance, success, the good things in their life. It can manifest in a couple of different ways, but if you don't feel that you're worthy, you may struggle with attracting abundance and success, and ultimately your tribe. And it manifests, it happens in the unconscious, okay, and it is a cog blocker from you reaching your full potential. So to cultivate a sense of worthiness, soulpreneurs must work to develop self-love, self-acceptance, and self-compassion. It's all about that, guys. Self-love, self-acceptance, and self-compassion. And this can be done through practices such as mindfulness, affirmations, and self-care. I have another awesome blog article on how to, it's about the goddess bath, and it will help you really start to cultivate why can I not speak? I'm trying to pull it up at the same time that I am talking. It's Indulge in Self-Love, a Sacred Bath for the Divine Feminine. I'm huge in baths. It's a great form of self-care, but I wrote a whole article on that and gave you a couple of different things that you can do for yourself to really start to pull in that self-care, because it is life-changing and it will really start to change and shift your thoughts on worthiness, okay? So when you start to pour in the self-care and you start to understand and embrace your worthiness, you can start to attract the abundance, the love, the respect, and the success that you want within your life. Now, how can worthiness impact you as a soulpreneur? Well, the feeling of worthy of success and abundance is definitely essential when you get into building your empire. When you have a lack of worthiness, it can hold you back from reaching your full potential. It will cock block you. It will manifest in all sorts of different ways and ultimately will impact you in your abundance and success. Now, if you are, trying to put your services out there and you are looking at your bank account, or you're looking at your sales, or you're looking at how many people liked on your post and how many people commented, that all manifests in worthiness. So, and that's when you get stuck in that comparison mode. And we really want to stay out of that and stay in our own lane. All right, guys. So the lack of worthiness can hold you back from reaching your full potential and ultimately can impact your ability to attract abundance and success. Now, just to kind of unpack this a little bit more, I'm going to give you an example. If you don't feel worthy of wealth or money, you're going to struggle with making the sales and attracting your customers. Believe me, vibration is everything, and we are moving into a new paradigm where whatever anybody is saying out of their mouth, if the vibration doesn't match, people are going to see that. Energy is everything, and energy is my first language. I know at some point in my journey, I was putting out that vibration, and I kept attracting all of these situations and scenarios in my life that was just backing up me not feeling worthy. Remember, we're all manifestors, and if you're putting that energy out, the universe doesn't know any different. If you feel like you're unworthy, it's going to start giving you more circumstances and situations that are going to make you feel unworthy until you switch that. Now, when you start embracing your worthiness, you start using all different like mindfulness, neurolinguistics programming, shadow work, and you start to switch that and you do feel like you are worthy, then that is when things will start attracting to you. This has been one of the biggest blocks that I have been have worked on breaking through, and I am seeing it happen within my own life. So I know that this works, and everything that I do talk about, I teach you. Please know I have been there and done that. I am a 5-1 emotional manifester in human design, and that one is the investigator. And until I'm done with my investigation, and I am an investigator of life and how the universe works and who we are as human beings, once I have completed my investigation, that is when I finally feel like I can step into my 5 role, which is like the general. It is the guru. It teaches, and that is what I'm here to do. So everything that you see coming from me, especially through Rise University, know that I have. It's something that I have personally gone through. So my worthiness, I had very low worthiness, guys, because I have a lot of trauma in my story. When I started when I was younger, I was stuck in addiction for many, 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 many years of my life. I was constantly being told by other people how to think, how to feel, what I should be, that I was no good, no one's going to like me, no one needs to hear what I have to say. I mean, even stepping into the entrepreneurial world, or stepping out to basically provide my own income, I can't tell you how many family members told me that I would never succeed. and made fun of me, made jokes, didn't take me seriously, and that all impacts our worthiness. So really, when we get into the techniques, one of the techniques that I can tell you is that if you're going to step into this journey, be prepared that you're going to be letting some people go as well. Don't believe what other people tell you. One of my favorite memes I have created was, don't base your self-worth on another's calcified pineal gland, and stop giving a shit what other people think of you, especially if those are the people that you would not go and ask for advice in the first place, okay? So it's important that we really understand the impact of worthiness on our success, our growth, what it takes to build an empire, and all of those things. Once we start to shift that, we can attract abundance into our life, okay? So let me give you some techniques on how to increase your worthiness. Number one, let's cultivate self-love. Guys, I am a self-love junkie. It is something I have not done. I mean, I will be 44 next month, and it wasn't until probably around the age of 40 that I really got what self-love was and pouring it into me. And I will honor my energy. I'll take a spiritual bath at least 3 to 4 times a week. That's my time. I spend my time pouring in as much love into myself, because at the end of the day, I am fucking worth it. So number one is cultivate self-love and start to engage in self-care activities that surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Remember, supportive people. Get rid of those people that wouldn't even fucking do it themselves, and that is ultimately why they are knocking you down, because they know they can't do it and they don't want to see you succeed. But guess what? I know you can. So number 2 is practice affirmations. I love affirmations. I have them written on my bathroom mirror. I teach my students how to do their own meditation through affirmations. We really break down what it is they need to work on. But repeat affirmations. Say them to yourself in the morning. Say them to yourselves towards the evening. And if you don't believe them at first, keep saying them, and one morning you will wake up and believe it. And one affirmation that you can say around worthiness is, I am worthy and deserving of abundance and success. Okay. So number 3, seek out a mentor. Okay. A lot of these have seek out mentors. If you are stuck on your journey and you don't know where to go, seek someone out who's been there and done that. We can guide you and support you to help you increase your self-worthiness. The next one is engage in mindfulness, okay? Mindfulness, again, will bring in the awareness of what you're telling yourself, because that's ultimately where the unworthiness is stemming. And when it's not you telling yourself that, it is a program. It's that shitty secretary that's sitting in your head and giving you shitty memos that you've never checked in with. And you didn't even give that bitch the memo. Someone else gave that bitch the memo that kept telling them to send to you. So that's your secretary. You take charge of it. But you will start to know what you're telling yourself when you practice mindfulness. And other things that can go along with mindfulness is meditation and yoga. This is a great way when you, even outside of yoga, if you start taking physical care of your body, you go for walks, you start going to the gym, you start working out, yoga, Pilates, Qigong, Tai Chi, all of these things will really start to make you pour in the self-love. Those are excellent embodiments that will help change your life. So definitely start engaging in that. And number 5 is surround yourself with positive energy. Again, remember, you want supportive people in your life and on your journey. You want to attract your tribe, not ones who are attacking your tribe. Remember that. So start taking these steps, and that will help you increase your sense of worthiness and will ultimately start attracting the abundance and success in your life. Now, let's really talk about the steps to, I've got a couple things written here. Okay, let's start with the importance of mentorship, okay? Taking a sip of I'm having coffee this morning, guys, because I did not sleep well last night, but I felt like coffee today. I either alternate between coffee, cacao, or tea, but we'll do a whole different podcast on that one. So let's dive in real quick about the importance of mentorship, and I will go ahead and give you the keys to success, and then we'll wrap this show up. So why is it important that you seek out a mentor? Whether it is for your personal, spiritual, or business development, a mentor is someone that will help you, that provides guidance and support. There's someone who has navigated the ups and downs of this journey that we are on, and we can start to offer you advice, share our experiences, and point things out that will help you stay on track to your goals. Remember, there's so many different views of things that are happening on the outside. We may not catch them all, and a mentor can really help you do that. Now, let's talk about the next thing that a mentor can help you with is expanding your knowledge and your skills. I'm a firm believer that all the information, all the answers, everything that you want to know is all inside of you. And this is where a mentor can help step in and show you how to access that knowledge that is within you. And that is what Rise Innerversity does. It is the Innerversity. You are your own damn guru. And if we're waking up from this dream state where we've been taught in this matrix program that the power lies outside of us when the power lies inside. And a mentor can really step in and help expand your knowledge and skill sets, okay? They can give you a different perspective and help give you strategies to help you help yourself for success. Now, another thing that a mentor does will help serve as like a sounding board, okay? And this is where they help give you a different perspective to things. So if you are seeing things from a certain lens, and remember there's several different lenses within us, and that all stems from, everything that we're talking about in here. Now, if you're looking from a, victim mentality, you have limiting beliefs, you're struggling with worthiness, you have a poverty mindset, that is the lens that you're going to view the world as. A mentor can help you clear off that lens, shift that perception, and give you new perceptions for you to start embodying. So it is important working with a mentor. I have wonderful mentors that have supported me in the past, programs that I have gone through. I've gone through programs that were not so good, but believe me, I had something to learn. I always walked away with something that benefited me at the end of the day. And ultimately what that did, and what mentorships do and should do. Now, if your mentor is not doing this, then really analyze that, but also know that there's a reason. There's a reason for everything. You're in that program for a specific reason. It's up to you to find out what that is, but a mentor is going to help increase your confidence. And when you have increased confidence, it's really going to help you succeed in all avenues of your life, personal, spiritual, and business development. And that is why it is important to have a mentor in your corner. Now, Rise University, that's what we focus on, is the personal, spiritual, and business development, because they all go hand in hand. But I specifically am here to work with soulpreneurs that are here to build the new earth. And that's not an easy journey to do. So get yourself a mentor if you are struggling in any of these areas. They will help you break through. Now, finding the right mentor is crucial. So let me give you some steps or some guidance in when finding the mentor. Number one, they should be able to help you identify your goals, okay? And it's important that you identify your goals so that you know what you want to achieve and what you want to gain from that mentorship program that you are diving into, okay? It will help you find a mentor who is suited for your needs at this particular spot in your journey. You may have several different mentors for different things out there. I'm not the one-stop shop go-to. There are, and even you have a spiritual gift to bring to the table. You may be excellent at more, doing the shadow work than I am. It's those type of things. We all bring a gift to the table, and a mentor should really help identify your goals. And you need to start identifying your goals when you are getting into this mentorship program or whatever you're jumping into. What is your motive and what are you seeking to gain at the end of it? Number two, network. Start to reach out to your tribe and ask them questions like, have you taken this class? Or what do you think about this mentor? There are some excellent universal leaders out there that are new to me that I'm coming across, but they were referrals by someone within my tribe or my best friend or someone that I was really in close ties with. So definitely start to network with your tribe. Do your research, okay? Check out who they are. Send them a message. Start to see how they react. Look at their articles, read their stuff, go to their website, all sorts of different things. Start to do your research. Now, when I will tell you this, there have been some of my greatest mentors. I went straight off what my intuition has said, and believe me, it has been life-changing. That is a form of doing your research. Listen to what your intuition is saying as well. If you're very attracted or drawn or you're pulled to a certain mentor and you really resonate with what they say and your intuition is saying go with it, well, honor that as well too, because believe me, like I said, there's a reason for everything, okay? But that is also classified as part of doing your research. Book a call with them. I offer a free clarity call, and that call specifically is to get to know you and you to get to know me, because at the end of the day, we may not be a good fit for each other. But if you want to know more about me and I want to know more about you and where you're at, and if I can help you and what I have to offer will help you ultimately, then utilize those calls. That's why I offer a free clarity call, because I really want to know who you are, what you're struggling with, and more about you as an individual, and for you to take the opportunity to get to know me as well. So definitely, take advantage of those. There's several mentors out there that offer the free calls, free consultations. And I do know that some of them out there is specifically like a sleazy sales call. Not everybody is doing that, but that also goes into doing your research. So just make sure you're following the other ones that I'm saying as well before you book that call. But I do highly recommend, taking advantage of that. The next one is making a decision. Okay. So after speaking, after you speak with a couple of different mentors, or you are really getting the push from the universe to jump into that program, make a decision. Remember, magic does not start to happen until you make that decision. The mind will go back and forth. Is this right? Is this not right? Life doesn't start to change until you make a decision and you put one foot in front of the other and start going in that direction. Remember that, guys. That was life-changing advice that I got from one of my members, okay? So the benefits of having a mentor, it will help your personal growth. They do offer the guidance and support that you need to help navigate the up and downs that you will have on this journey. They do offer the advice and share experiences. They give you access to new ideas and perspectives. It's a great way to start networking with other people and meeting other people who are here to help create a new earth. Remember, we're not going to do this by ourselves, and it does help increase your confidence, okay? So let's wrap up this podcast. This last part is going to be about the steps to success and the key steps to achieving the success in your journey. All right. So number one is going to be to define your vision. And defining your vision is about defining your goals. What do you want to achieve? Where do you want to go? What do you see? What are you drawn to? Where's your intuition pulling you? What is your soul saying? Okay. If you don't have a clear vision, and let me tell you, getting into human design, I have realized that some of the gates that I have inside of me, it makes sense why nothing worked before up until now. That is because I have different gates and channels that I'm in that stuck in confusion until I get the clarity. So but my vision, my ultimate, the end picture that I saw at the end of my life and what I'm here for stayed the same. I was stuck in confusion on how to get there. Now, this is a key step, but that's also part of the learning journey. But really start to define your vision on what you see. You can help do this with vision boards. I have a huge vision board, and when I started going the beginning of this year, I started looking back at past journals and what I have written and what I was manifesting, and it's coming to true. It's manifesting in front of my eyes, but I know that my vision is massive, and when I'm here to ground into this etheric plane for this great awakening is huge, and it's not an easy job to do. And it's not going to happen overnight, but I was able to really define my vision and set smaller goals to get me to that bigger one. Now, the next step is to really look into how you're presenting yourself, okay? This is where we get into more of the entrepreneurial side of things, and this is the business aspect that I teach inside, or the empire building that I teach inside of Rise University, is really getting clear on how you're going to execute that vision through how you're going to set up, your social media. How are you going to attract your tribe? What are you going to do to, building a website, a coaching program, if you're offering spiritual products, all of those things, the techie side, the business related side to building an empire. those are key steps to help take. And if you're listening to this podcast, most likely it's because you're wanting to know these things. How to magnetically attract your tribe. How do you post on social media? How do you build a website? What is a funnel system? How do you build a one-on-one coaching package or an online mastermind? Those type of things are steps that stepping stones, building blocks to help build your empire. So those are definite keys to success. When you're doing that, start making sure that you are networking and building relationships. Networking is huge. You'll get to know others that are here to do the same thing as you. Remember, staying in your own lane, and you are doing a specific thing that is completely different than the other one. So don't get stuck in the comparison zone. And another thing with a key step is staying focused and disciplined, and that is staying in your own lane. Remember, if you get sidetracked, especially if you have an open head center, and it's easy for you to think your ideas ultimately may be somebody else's ideas too. When you start staying in your own lane, you can start getting that clarity of what's yours, okay? Now, the last thing I really want to talk about is knowing that you will continuously learn and grow. I am the student. I am learning from you as much as you are learning from me. And that is why I want to attract my tribe, because I want to freaking learn, guys. We are rewriting and changing everything that this world has taught us. And that's not an easy fucking job to do. So not one guru out there has all the answers. You are your own damn guru. And when you start to realize that the person in front of you is a mirror reflection of what it is that you are reflecting back to them, whatever it is that you see, be open to that and learning. I have come across mentors that have gotten to the point where they think they know it all. And even when I bring something new to the table, or I have a different perception because my filter is seeing differently, it triggered them. Okay? Now, triggers are okay. Those are your greatest teachers. Those are what your triggers are. What is going to teach you ultimately who you are, what you need to work on, and where your mind frame is at, where your mindset is at. But also know that if you get to a point where you think you have all the answers, that's ego, and we need to get out of that. We have too much of that in the world. We need to get out of that, but know that you will always continuously learn and grow. Now, steps to building a strong foundation, that is definitely key, okay? So these are all great steps to do. Other ones that you can start incorporating is the self-care. Start eating healthy habits, get out there and start working out, do some qigong, meditate, practice mindfulness. All of these great embodiments that we do help teach inside of Rise University are all building blocks to help you build a strong foundation when it comes to building your empire. Wow. That was a lot of information, guys. Thank you for everyone who hung in there with me on this one. This was part 2 of the hero's journey for the Soulpreneur. And today, just to recap, what we went over was facing your money blocks, dealing with worthiness, the importance of mentorship, and steps to success. So that definitely concludes today's show. And next week, what I really want to do in honor of getting ready to open up the doors for Rise University, it is a completely new program. I don't see anything like it out there. So this is brand new. I'm going to be teaching things in a different manner, and we're really going to start to work with the natural laws and the energy, the seasons, what we were designed to work with, okay? All the planetary shifts, the astrology, your human design, esoteric knowledge, really incorporating the 13 moon calendar, all this stuff. It's a lot of information on how Rise University is set up. So next week, I want to dive into the backdoor tour of what really happens behind the scenes with Rise University to make sure that it is something that is in alignment with you. So next week, we're going to talk about that. And I'm so honored that you were part of this journey with me today. And I really hope that it benefited you. If it did, make sure to share this out. Put this in your stories. Tag me. Send me your questions. Send me anything that you need help with. Again, you can check the description. I'm going to include that book that I was telling you about that I did. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it back up. The Release and Renew, the masterclass and the workbook that I created. I'm also going to include the article about the self-care and how important that is, and a link for you to book your clarity call. So definitely take advantage of that. Also, the Courtyard, Rise University Courtyard, which is our free community filled with a plethora of information to help you get started on your journey. That's where a lot of the action is going to start taking place. I will include the link for you to join that, but definitely share the show out. I want to hear your feedback. Are you benefiting from it? Is there something that you need me to talk about, you need help with, you want me to do a show about? I will be doing a free training this Friday on using meditation and human design to help transform your life. That will be taking place inside of the Courtyard. There's going to be free trainings coming to you, so definitely take advantage of that, guys. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's show. I hope everyone has a beautiful Wednesday. Remember, you are the creator of your own reality. You get to choose how you want to create it. If you're having a shitty day, make sure you're checking your mindset, because I bet you anything, it's that crappy secretary that you haven't checked in with, and you haven't fired that bitch yet. So she's going to tell you you're going to have a crappy day. So either way, much love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. And I look forward to seeing you next time. And keep shining your light and making a difference in the world. Much love, guys. Bye.